What's up? So I'm gonna show you guys how I made $2,600 today on SPX in literally 15 minutes today, trading SPX options. So I'm gonna show you, break down the entire entry exit, everything you're gonna need to know in this video, the exact strategy behind it. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, ES, let's take a look at the higher time frame first, okay? So a few different things happened. What we first see is that this high was able to break this low, okay? It broke that structure. We made another high, we came back, and we made another low. And this low actually stop punted this low here, okay? And so that tells me that this high is actually going to be liquidity, which means price is going to want to go towards that because there's orders out there, right? That's where a lot of people who are short are going to have their stop losses all the way up here, okay? So coming in the market today, market opened in this area, okay? There was CPI earlier today. It's a little bit in a back and forth kind of zone, okay? So what I did was I zoomed out, I looked at the higher time frame, and I said, okay, first things first, my bias is that price is going to go up towards this 4536 price area, okay? So I zoomed in. So CPI came out right around here, it's 8:30. We went down, went back up, and then market opened right around here at 9:30, okay? So I was looking right at market open, determining how I was going to play this. So we zoom in on the 1 minute chart. Now, obviously I was trading SPX, but the way I like to trade, I like to look at ES and SPY as well. So I was looking at ES while I was trading SPX options. That's just the way I like to do things. But basically, the emphasis of my trading is based around supply and demand. Okay, I have a simple three-phase system that I use in order to do all my trades. If you guys are struggling with supply and demand and you want to learn more about my three-phase system, I have a free training below. I'll leave that link in the description so you can watch it after this video. But definitely watch that. That will help you out. But in terms of supply and demand for right now, I went to the 5 minute chart and I said, okay, where do we have our supply and demand zones, right? If my bias is up to the upside, price came down, we took out this liquidity level right here, stopped one of these lows during CPI, and we ended up reversing all the way back up, okay? And when we reversed all the way back up, I saw two things. I saw one, let me go into the 5 minute chart, actually. Two things. Or let me go back to the 1 minute. I'll go back. First thing I saw was, okay, we have a nice supply zone right here, and price was able to get above it. Okay, so that shows me, A, buyers are in control, right? The buyers from down here are in control. So if I understand that, and I understand that my overall bias is long up to 4536, I'm essentially looking for a pullback to get long. Now, where do I know to get long in that pullback? How do I know how to enter and exit? Where do I actually structure out the trade? I'm going to break that down for you. So first thing is we see that. Second thing we see, if we zoom out to a 5 minute chart, so we have a nice 5 minute demand zone right here, just like this, okay? Right from the three-phase system. So you can see price comes down. We break that 1 minute supply zone, tells me that this low, right, these buyers are in control. Price broke that high. We pull back right into this 5 minute demand. Now, I didn't quite enter right at this 5 minute demand, okay? I could have. It's definitely what I could have done. But I wanted to look for one more confirmation when it came to my strategy, how my system works, and how I like to trade. And so that confirmation for me was, again, another smaller time frame break of structure, right? So if we look at the 1 minute chart again, now that price has hit demand, we started to rally off of it. I want to look for, again, supply to break. Really simple, okay? So after I see this high break, right, we have this little supply zone here. After I see this supply zone break on the 1 minute chart, I said, okay, we hit demand, we broke supply, and now I want to look to get in, targeting this high, more liquidity up at this high, right? A lot of different areas I can target. So 2 minutes later, after we break this high, right, market opened, we push up, we get a small pullback. I end up getting long right here on this pullback, okay? Now, the reason why I decided to get in long here is, again, for two reasons. One, we bounced off our 5 minute demand, okay? Our higher time frame bias is bullish, right? I'm looking for a move up to the pre-market highs, 4525. That's where liquidity is. And then all the way up at 4536. That's, again, where more liquidity is, okay? That's going to be all the way up at this high here. You can see we actually took out more liquidity all the way up here, right? So price took out all that liquidity and then ended up coming back down. That's for a future video. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. So price came down, right? Now, after we hit this demand and we end up breaking this supply, again, that tells me one more thing is that, bulls are in control, right? And so that this low should hold, right? If we think about it logically, right? Sometimes you just got to keep it really simple, right? If price is in a downtrend, right? So we have supply zones being formed, and then price breaks that downtrend, right? So, we got a nice supply zone here. Maybe price bounces off it, comes back down, another supply zone right here. And then price breaks that supply zone and forms demand below it. Now we know that buyers are in control, right? So with that, now we can expect that this low should hold. Because going forward, we would expect an uptrend to form. And in an uptrend, you see higher lows and higher highs. Okay, so all of these lows that form, we can expect to hold. So in trading this, right, a logical stop, if I get on this pullback here, would be right below this low, because we would expect price to hold this low. Okay, I see a lot of you guys just getting in long and putting your stops at random places. You need to use logical stops. You need to look at the chart and understand if price does go below this low, I am wrong, bears are still in control, and I don't want to be in the trade. So understanding this, got in long on this pullback here, stop below this low. Now where am I going to look to target my trades? Okay, first thing I want to target is liquidity. Okay, the pre-market high is right here. Okay, so it's about 1.8 R trade. Okay, very solid, very beautiful trade right here. So that was a trade that I did. Price did that, got in on contracts. I believe I got I think it was the 4,500. That doesn't show it on there. I believe it was the 4,500 calls. Yeah, so slightly out of the money. Got in on this dip here, like 2 points, basically at the money contracts. We were in the money on this first, 8-point moves when I started to take profit. Okay. Then I held some runners. So I got about 70, 80% of my contracts here. Held runners for liquidity up here. I believe I was actually looking at SPY. Yeah, so the SPY analysis, I'll go over another trade I did as well for a bonus for you guys. But another trade, or what I saw in SPY was that we had this level here. This was the gap fill, right? So this gap was going to act as supply. This was another supply zone that I had, which lined up right after all of this liquidity being taken. That's a huge thing with trading, is having that confluence, right? Everything lined up. So everything lined up for price to go up here. I didn't end up getting short, although that would have been a very good trade. I was already done for the day, made my money, took profits. But yeah, took my last final profit out right here at this 450.71, which on ES is, again, right around here, right before that liquidity is about to be taken. Okay. So that was a trade that I did in SPX. Now, what isn't shown on here is I actually did take another trade. So we look at SPY, right? Another A+ setup that I have is called value area rotations. Okay, I'm going to go more in depth in this in a separate video, but goes over everything in my three-phase system. Again, link down below if you want to watch that training. But let me go over this quickly, then you can go ahead and watch it. So we hit supply, we came back down, we break this low. We have VAH and VAL, stands for value area high, value area low. Again, that's something I can go over in a new video. That's a whole topic on itself. But basically, I saw price come back down. Right at this point, again, trend. What is happening? Price is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And so when I see this, I'm thinking, okay, price making lower lows, lower highs. What do we see right here? We have a beautiful supply zone form. Okay. So a logical stop would be to, in a downtrend, put our stop above a supply zone if we're looking to get short. So the fact that price was able to get below this VAH level, come back down, spent a lot of time inside. See, we pulled back to a 1-minute supply zone right here. Okay. So I look at multiple time frames with how I trade, but price pulled back to this 1-minute supply, got in short, and I literally think I actually just got filled. That's actually interesting. So I got in short here, stop was above that high, target was down at VAL. A little bit over a 1R trade, okay? And I literally think I just got filled. If I check my phone, I literally just got filled. So it's funny how that works, because all my trading, by the way, is also completely automated, okay? So I got in short here, expecting to move down to this VAL level, right? 2 points of confluence. One, we got below my VAH level, which again is something I'll go over in a different video. And the other thing is we're in a downtrend, right? So I found a good risk reward trade. I have a stop that makes sense, right, above my supply zone. I have a logical target, which is VAL, and everything points up to this being A plus setup. So I shorted there. I was actually trading ES futures contracts, and I automated. So I set my stop up here, set my target down here, and I literally just let the trade do its thing. And while filming this video, I just saw a notification, literally got filled. So it's funny how that works. But yeah, that's essentially the trade recap. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'm definitely going to put out more videos like this. If you guys want to go ahead and watch and learn about my 3-phase system, go ahead, click that first link in the description below. I'm going to be making a lot more trade recaps. So make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment below other videos I should make, and I'll see you guys in the next video.